Hello, welcome to Tea Time with Tea, where I am exploring the topic of deeper intimacy. So, just for transparency here, I just want to share with y'all that I decided to do this series live because I did not want to deal with the recording, the editing, and all that kind of stuff. It kind of distracted me. And honestly, it kept me from doing what I was supposed to do because I was so locked into wanting to make everything right that I was missing what the whole purpose was. So I was praying about it, and it was like, you need to just go be your authentic self, put yourself out there, and just do it. And don't overthink it. Show up on camera, and speak. And and my message is around deeper intimacy, and I will share with you why that is. So, for those who do not know me, I am Tarisha. Um, I facilitate and help ladies just heal on the healing journey, realizing the greatness that's in them. And so often we as women carry so much of other people's stuff, especially those of us who are deeply nourishers or empathic or all these things. We carry so much on us of other people that we tend to forget about us. So my purpose is to help women come back to themselves. And this was born out of the need for me to come back to myself. And I'm still on that journey. I am definitely not there. I am on this journey. And so I just want to bring as many women along on the journey as I can. I have my community empowered her within. And I haven't been in the spotlight lately, and my community has remained small and intimate. And it's kind of on purpose, but I've been led to get on here and share more. And this is starting out as a private share, and eventually I will just release it out to the public as I'm led to do. So, deeper intimacy. Where did this come from? About a year ago. So I've been going through these healing journeys, and I call it journeys. It's a journey, but I just find levels, right? So as I go up one level and I'm like, oh, I'm good. Then something else presents itself, and I'm like, oh, I need some work here. And I'm just going, and it's a growing experience and something that I don't think we ever arrive at. Of course, we get better at certain things, but there's always something else that needs some work as well. We are human beings, we are work in progress, we are being, and that's growing. And anytime there's expansion happening, that means there's some growth that needs to happen, and that means there's some spaces that we need to work in. So, really understanding that first and foremost for myself was important, that I wouldn't be so hard on myself when I thought I got to a certain point and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's still more stuff. There's still more. I'm just peeling back layers, and there's still more stuff. So going through this thing, and I remember sitting and saying, God, I want a level of intimacy that's more than just the surface stuff. I found myself getting easily, I don't want to use the word bored, but easily frustrated sometimes with surface level stuff. So surface level conversations, it's good for people in passing, but people are spending time with those kind of things, but mostly surface level with myself. But I won't get ahead of myself because my initial ask was around relationships, platonic and romantic relationships. I wanted no more surface stuff. I felt myself getting deeper, so I wanted relationships that reflect the levels that I was going to as well. So I remember sitting and I was like, after my meditation, I'm like, God, I really want deeper intimacy. And when I tell you, I had no idea what I was asking for. You know, they said, beware what you ask for because you're going to get it. And so when I'm thinking that I am seeking deeper intimacy with other people and outside of myself, what I found out is that what I was searching for outside of me had to begin within me. Wow. So, why was I now the person of interest in this? I was thinking, okay, when I said deeper intimacy, you're going to bring people in my life that are just on that level and want to get deeper there. And I found out that, yes, that will happen, but the people and the circumstances and everything that came to my life after that, the purpose of that relationship or interaction was to give me what I asked for and deeper intimacy. And when I tell you, this was not something simple. This was something life changing for me. Life changing. Because now what was happening is that interactions, people, things, places were now becoming reflections of me. It was like having a mirror placed in front of my face, showing me parts of me that needed healing, showing me parts of me to allow me to see deeper into myself. So this is what deeper intimacy. Before I can allow someone to be intimate with me and see in me, I have to be able to go in and see myself. So every situation that I was encountering, the people I was encountering, the relationship that I reattracted, it was all to answer what I asked for. You want deeper intimacy? Then I'm about to show you you. I'm about to go in and show you you. And I'm not saying this, y'all, like it's a bad thing because it's not. To that own self be true. That's what's coming through my mind. And so often we go around with this facade, these masks on so much that we don't even recognize our own selves anymore. I recognize myself as a mom, as a partner, as a friend, as a caregiver, as a co-worker, as a yoga instructor, as a facilitator, life coach, all these things. But who am I? Who am I? So now I was being challenged to see past my own surface. Now I was really being confronted with, why am I here? What is my purpose? And as I thought I was understanding my purpose, every time I thought I got to a point of understanding, it got deeper for me. It was like, no, Bo, you think this is what you're supposed to do. And yes, it is a part of your journey, but it is not in its fullness. It's a part of the journey. There's more things to unfold here. There's a calling, a gifting on your life that requires a level of intimacy that you don't even understand. So, what you thought you were just asking out of the blue, no, it dropped in your spirit for you to ask for because your soul already knew that you need to be on this journey. So, me just opening up my mouth, being in meditation and asking for it was the invitation now for God to step in and say, okay, let's do this thing because we've been waiting. The universe, it's been waiting for you to start asking these questions. And now that you ask these questions, now we are going to have the opportunity to really show you what deeper intimacy really is. So let's start off. I already said about intimacy. So the first thing is intimacy with self. And that's what I just talked about a little bit, becoming more intimate with myself. So what does that mean to become more intimate with myself? That means I start to see myself clearly. And in order to see myself clearly, things had to be revealed to me. Like I said, that mirror had to be held up so I could see. So things that I was finding that would frustrate me about someone else, I would get frustrated about, or so, it may not even be a person, it could be a situation. And now, because I asked, I started getting these thoughts like, what was that frustrated you? Okay, it was that. Okay, so why did it frustrate you? And I start asking myself, and I get deeper and deeper. So the reason why that thing or that person frustrates you, because there was something in you that needed some attention and some healing. It was just a call out. Just like our emotions are there to bring our attention to something. So when you're frustrated, when you're mad, when you're happy, and all joy, all those emotions are there to bring attention to what's going on. So that was my first step, seeing that, oh my gosh, everything I'm being presented causes me to examine me, not the world, not the people, because I can't even impact all of that without really seeing myself. Not effectively. Yes, I can, but in the manner that I feel like I was sent to do, and effectively, I could not. So, yeah, that started. And I'll keep on with that because intimacy with self is going to be interwoven into all of this, because this first this first session we're talking about deeper intimacy beginning within. So it was the intimacy with self is what I realized that was being asked of me when I asked the question, when I requested to have deeper intimacy with other people, situations. What I was led to is you have to have that intimacy with yourself. That's where it starts. And this was not something that was foreign to me, because I would tell everybody, when I gave coaching, I did all these things that people always say, we can come in and we can blame someone else for where we are in life and what we do, but it really starts with us. We're the ones that can make a change. So I would teach this. I would, the people who I talked to, it was always something I would say, but the level I started being called to was a unraveling of stuff. If you ever gone and you're looking for some clothes in the drawer and you just can't find something, and you're rushing and you start pulling out stuff and things just start flying all over the place. That's how I was starting to feel. Like I'm pulling out just stuff and just going all over the place. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the more I pull out, what am I looking for? What am I looking for in this? The biggest thing is a lot of big things, right? So, in all of this and me seeking that deeper level of intimacy, and I found out, okay, this is with you. This is about you. It's not really about anybody else. You need to be intimate with yourself. The One of the major lessons I am I learned and I'm continuing to learn is honesty. A lot of times we're not even honest with our own selves. I had to face some situations that caused me to be so raw and honest that it scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, who is this person? I had to deal with some emotions. I had to answer some questions to some people that had required me to be honest. It required a level of honesty, and again, not about that person, to be honest with that person. And I'll come back to that and I'll tell you why I struggle with that as well. But the honesty I had to come to with myself. Like there's some things I found out that I wasn't even telling myself the truth. Not that I was just flat out lying to myself. I was not acknowledging certain things. So I would put them in their little corner in this little compartment within my body, which we'll talk about too, how our body stores all this stuff. and I'll put it into these little compartments. And then I wonder why, gosh, my back hurts so bad. And I'm having these shoulder pains and all these things, and realizing that I'm shoving stuff in these compartments. So I don't have to deal with it. That that comes to not being honest with and what, who I am and what I'm here to do. So, because it hurts. The truth sets you free, but baby, the truth comes with some pain quite a bit of times. But it's pain that's worth enduring, because all that pain is doing is lifting up and coming out of your body so you can release it. Honesty allows you to release it. So I had to become honest with myself, honest about how I saw certain things, how I made judgments about certain people, and I called it, oh, it's just the truth. And I labeled it all kind of things to fit and make my ego feel good. But I had to become honest with the fact that that was not nice. You may not even say it out your mouth, but you thought about it. And you probably treated that person a different way because you were thinking about it. Or you probably looked at them a certain way because you were thinking about it. Because I was told that my face shows everything. So I started thinking about, what is my face showing? My mouth is saying one thing, but what's my face showing to people? And why? What's really going on up in here? So I started deliberately, intentionally questioning my thought process. Again, this is something that I have been working on for a while. Oh, that thought comes up. Oh, let me figure out where that comes from. Let me address that, whatever. But this was even another layer. I told you about these layers coming in and saying, oh, you're going to go deeper on this. You're going to unravel what it is that's causing you to think the way you are, so you can start dealing with that. So when I talk about honesty with myself, honesty about the fact that how I looked at myself, how I viewed myself when I looked into the mirror. I could say all these things, and I was doing affirmations, I'm beautiful, all these kind of things, but I was still looking in the mirror, and the first thing I saw was not beautiful. So I had to become honest with myself. You're not loving on yourself in the manner you thought you were loving on yourself, because you're still looking in the mirror and you're still not seeing the beautiful queen that you are. You had to pump yourself up. And it's good, because I was recognizing that, and I was now doing the things to help myself get to that point. But I had to be honest with myself to know you still have healing there, because initially when you walked in here and looked in the mirror, that's not what you saw. Or you was examining how your body look, or is your butt this way, or whatever. You were just tearing yourself apart. And even though you weren't saying bad things to yourself, you were doing things that you need to work on that. So I was definitely getting those kind of messages. And this stuff was kind of flowing to me, y'all. It's like when I asked for the deeper level intimacy, I just started getting downloads back and forth about myself. Oh, you got to deal with this. Sit in silence here. Don't go out and do this. Don't be around people now. You need to handle this. You need to do this. All this stuff was coming at me, and I surrendered to this process, which is so important, the surrendering to the process. Emotional awareness, understanding my emotions. I've talked a lot, I've coached people. A part of my gifting, a part of my ministry is helping women move through their emotions. Yoga. I love yoga because it helps me do just that. It helps me move through my emotions. So I love teaching other people to do the same. And you'll be seeing more of me doing that as well in community, because I love it. I love the releases your body provides. I love how we can get those emotions to move through us and out of us. They're not meant to stay. They're meant to drop a message in for us to go, okay, I need to deal with this. Sometimes you don't have to deal with at the moment, but you don't need to put it back on the back shelf so far that you forgot it was there. You need to be able to say, okay, I'm out in public right now, and I really am upset at this person. I really want to go off, and I don't want to do that right now. But I'm going to take that emotion and I'm just going to put it in my pocket for a moment. And then when I get in a safe space in my home or whatever, I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to sit with that emotion and I'm going to say to myself, why did I feel that? What was it telling me? I'll allow that emotion to speak. It's not bad. I don't name it. I don't judge it. It's there, it's present, and it's here to tell me something. So now what is it trying to tell me? What is it trying to tell me? I was offended by something this person said. So instead of getting mad at the person that offended me, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to say to myself, what about what that person said to me offended me? Okay. Hmm. So you were offended because um I'm trying to get an example. But anyway, just sitting with that offense and not justifying the offense, not saying, well, they shouldn't have said that to me or whatever, but accepting that I was offended and it hurt my feelings. Accepting that, being vulnerable to your own self. Yeah, how many times we've been taught to be so tough that we have challenges being vulnerable to our own self. So here is your opportunity when you have things that come up, emotions that come up, hurt, pain, joy, even examine those because I found that when I'm happy, I examine those emotions as well because I'm like, what caused that happiness? What situation was that? So I can remember to put that on repeat. So it's still good. I mean, it any way it comes up, the attachment to things, that's what when I was talking about the offense, then I realized offense comes with attachment. If I'm attached to a title and I feel like somebody's not recognizing me for all the hard work, everything I'm doing, then I sit with myself and say, why was I offended? Oh, because I didn't get recognized and I put in all this hard work and they didn't even recognize or call my name. Did not see me or know I do all this hard work. And then I sit with myself and ask myself, why is it so important that you get recognized for it? Was the reason that you're doing it was to get recognized? Oh, of course it wasn't. The reason I was doing it because I just really wanted to do it because that's just kind of person I am because I just like to work hard. So why, if that was the case, it wouldn't matter if they saw you or recognized you at all because your desire is just to work hard and do your best and show up in that manner. And that is good enough for you. It doesn't matter if anybody else saw it. It doesn't matter if they call your name or not. You are still satisfied. So the fact that you got offended, you need to sit with that and examine that and tell yourself the truth that you just really wanted that recognition, you want the affirmation, you want to be validated. Woo! Yeah. But here's the thing, y'all. When I became honest with myself, emotionally aware with myself, I could break it down that way. And then I could sit with myself and then nurture the girl that wanted that validation. And I start giving that validation to myself. I start offering to myself what I was seeking for other people to offer me. So you see how that process went? You see how I had to make myself vulnerable to myself, how I had to be honest with myself, how I had to be emotionally aware. This is what intimacy actually means. And that example shows why intimacy can feel so vulnerable because deep intimacy sees you for who you are. Deep intimacy sees you for who you are and loves you anyway. That is love. That is love at its fullest expression when someone can see you as you are, love you in that state. They don't try to change you. They love you for who you are. But in order for someone to love you for who you are, you have to be who you are. And you have to be intimate enough with yourself to love you for who you are so somebody else can see you. So you have to be vulnerable. Intimacy brings in vulnerability. It causes you to show up authentically. That's what intimacy does. So this deeper connection has been so changing for me. Deeper connection, having hard conversations in a partnership has been transforming to me. And even in this hardest moments, it has caused me to love myself even more. So that is what comes out of this. That's what comes out of this search. When I asked for deeper intimacy, what I was asking for is I want to see myself. Well, I wasn't at first. Let's back that up, because at first I was asking for the deeper intimacy. I just wanted some more solid interactions. But it came to me. Now I have the more solid interactions with self. And I see myself so much more clearly now. And in that seeing myself much more clearly, I now have grace, I have patience, I have compassion with myself, the same way I have grace, compassion, and patience with other people. Because I've talked before, but if you're new to all of this, one of the challenges that I've had is people pleasing. And I'm not gonna go into that so much because that's a whole nother situation by itself. But because of that, I self-sacrificed in the name of thinking that I was loving and doing the right things with people. But in finding coming into this deeper intimacy, what I'm finding is that I cannot deeply connect with anybody else and abandon myself at the same time. It does not work. It is not true. You cannot be true to yourself. It's just not going to work. That's not love. When you love someone so much that you don't even recognize yourself because you're so busy trying to be what they need you to be and what they want you to be, that is not love, because you're not truly loving yourself. That is seeking validation. That is seeking something outside of yourself that you're asking someone else to fulfill for you, and they cannot do it. We put so much on other people that we can't do it. They can't do it. It is not for them to do. The work is for us to do. So that was my lesson, that it begins within. I had to go in. And I got to go into the dark places, because the shadows is where everything I need is living. It's in the shadows. The shadows are begging for light. And I'm the only person who will take the light to it. So, yeah. So, in this series, I will continue to talk about this deeper intimacy, because it gets more and it expands. And even between the times as I'm having these talks here, I will have things going on during the week or the weeks between that even is going to take me deeper. So, I'll always have more to share with you all. And again, like I said, I am doing this raw, authentic, this way. Which way? This way. Yeah. Doorknob is driving me nuts. Maybe when y'all see it, I can crop it out. I don't know. But it's not about this. It's not about my background. It's about me coming on and sharing my heart. It's about me hearing that I need to speak in my throat chakra being blocked because I'm not speaking up and I'm not sharing what I need to share. So on today, June 20th, 21st, summer solstice, what is a better time to step into this than now? So anybody who's watching this later, I knew my crew, I know y'all gonna get to it, you're gonna watch it. I invite you into this deeper intimacy journey with me. We'll share together, we'll laugh, we'll learn, we'll cry together, whatever we need to do to learn to love ourselves so deeply and so intentionally that love just radiates from us. That's my desire. So, on these, not only would I like to just speak to you, I would also like to have a moment of meditation and a moment of stillness with you. So, I invite you as we end this conversation. Thank you for all who watch this later. Um, I'm thankful knowing that y'all get to it later. I just had to get on here and I had to just do it. And I'm thankful for showing up. And I hope this records because I've done a YouTube live before that did not come with sound. So I'm hoping this one works for me. So I invite you into a moment of meditation with me. Becoming safe, finding a safe space within yourself ushers in intimacy as well. If we stay in a space that we are not safe, or we always in that fight or flight part of our nervous system, we cannot become intimate with ourselves. So I invite you into a safe space right now, wherever you are. I invite you to gently close your eyes. And if it feels good to you, placing a hand over your heart and taking in a gentle breath through your nose and exhaling fully out of your mouth. Again, an inhale through your nose, exhaling fully out of your mouth. One more time, deep inhale through your nose, holding that breath at the top and slowly releasing it. I am so grateful for this time together. I am so grateful for presence. Grateful for this moment that we get to examine ourselves within. Deep inhale and exhale, feeling the rise of the chest in the inhale and feel it settling back down on your exhale, breathing into your heart space. Taking this moment to just drop into your body and allowing the breath to usher you into that presence. Your presence in whatever space you are in makes that space holy, makes that space sacred. I invite you into a journey into yourself, feeling your hand as it makes contact with your chest. Feeling your shoulders as you release them down. You don't have to carry anything in this space. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to work for anything. You can just be. Deep inhale through the nose and exhaling fully out of the mouth. When I say go within, bringing your attention to wherever that goes into your body. Where do you feel that within? Wherever you feel that sensation, that's where I would like you to take your attention, your breath, to that space. And in that space, we call in love. We call in a gentleness, a caress, a peace, a knowing that whatever that is in that space is not something to be feared. It's only asking for a deeper level of love. It's only asking for your attention. So today, my love, in this moment, provide it what it's asking for. Taking your mind's eye there, taking the breath as you breathe in, and as you exhale, sending that breath into that space, nurturing it, not judging it, not calling it a name, but just sitting and being with it. Noticing the sensations that you're feeling, allowing them. You are safe. It's okay. Allowing yourself to feel. Yes. Feeling into that space, filling it with love. Maybe even speaking to it. I love you. I want to hear from you. I want to understand what it is that you're trying to relay to me. I am listening. I am present here. Wherever you're feeling that sensation, love, that's gently where I want you to go gently, and where I want you to bring all your attention to. Treat it like you would treat a newborn baby, holding it, cradling it, providing it all the love and support it needs. That's what this is asking you for. Maybe repeating this after me, the Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I forgive you. I love you. Speaking that to yourself, into that space that's holding so much. Let it know that you may not have been attentive to it before, but now you're choosing to provide it the love that it needs. Taking a deep inhale and exhaling fully. Again, a deep inhale, allowing that chest to expand full of light. Imagine this light coming out of your chest and swirling around your beautiful body, providing you a space of safety, a space of protection, a space of divine love. And whenever you're ready, opening up your eyes, returning to this moment, finding something in the room around you to bring your focus back into this space, to welcome yourself back. I'm so honored to have this time. I'm so honored for the courage to begin to speak my truth and all the things that I've been learning on this journey. And it is my absolute prayer that because of my speaking and sharing, that you find a moment that you're able to learn from it, to grow through it, and expand. You are beautiful. You are so worthy. Let's do this thing. Let's get intimate with ourselves. Thank you so much. Until next time, I see you. 2 more weeks. We'll come back and we'll keep on with this journey. Thank you, and I would appreciate you subscribing in the future if I ever put this out past my community, which I know I will. I would appreciate you just joining me in this journey. I love you.